Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a full body stretch. This is great for before or after your workout. First, we're going to start with some dynamic neck stretches. So tilt your head from side to side. Do this about 10 times. Once you're finished with that, go ahead and do some half circles, just rotating your head from left to right. Do this again for about 10 times. And once you're done with that, you can place both of your hands on the back of your head and gently press down on your head while pressing your shoulders down as well. You can kind of rotate your head from side to side and you should feel a stretch in the back of your neck and in your traps, which are the tops of your shoulders. Take about 10 deep breaths here. Next, we'll move into our dynamic spine stretch. Raise your arms above your head and bend your knees at the top. Now, as you fold forward, remember to keep your shoulders down and reach as far as you can. At the bottom, bend your knees and swoop your arms to use the momentum to bring you back up to the top. The goal here is to elongate your spine. So when you reach a 90-degree angle, hold just for a moment and then continue the movements. Inhale on your way up and exhale on your way down. Repeat this move about 5 to 10 times. Once you're finished, keep your arms raised to the sky and we'll start our spine lengthening holds. First, take a deep inhale, grab onto your left wrist and actively use your grip to pull your body over to the right. Exhale as you descend into this side body stretch. Take 5 deep breaths here. Now inhale on your way up, grab onto your right wrist and repeat the same on the other side. Exhale into your side body on your way down. Inhale on your way up, reach your arms to the sky, and now for your standing back bend. Clasp your hands together in a prayer grip, press your shoulders down, think up and away, and elongate your spine. Hold here for about 3 breaths. Inhale on your way up, and with a straight spine, reach and fold forward. Now for our dynamic forward folds. With your knees slightly bent, with your back straight and your fingertips touching the ground, contract your spine down so that your forehead touches your knees. Snake your head on your way up. Straighten your knees as much as you can while keeping your hands planted firmly on the ground. Do this 5 times. Then walk your feet back to meet me in a downward facing dog. Remember not to lock out your knees, but press your shoulders down in this position as well, and then begin to walk out your feet, left and right. The goal here is to try and get your heels planted on the ground. This is an amazing calf and Achilles stretch. You should even be able to feel this stretch in your feet. Do this 10 times. Next, keeping your hips square, raise your right leg to the ceiling and drop down into your low lunge. Bring your right foot up to meet both of your hands and then drop your back knee to the ground. Now raise both arms high to the ceiling. Keep both of your hips square and then press down into your left hip flexor. Now look over your right shoulder and begin to twist. You can stay here with your arms outstretched, or if you would like to go deeper, you can grab your left arm onto the outside of your right knee and your right arm onto the outside of your left thigh. Remember, your front leg should have knee to ankle alignment. Hold here for about 5 to 10 breaths. Next, we'll make our way into our runner's lunge with a quad stretch. Heel toe your right leg over to the right and make room to bring both of your hands on the inside of your right leg. Now, using your left arm, reach around and grab the outside of your left foot. Use your strength to pull your foot in as close as possible to your glutes. This stretch can tend to feel a little intense in your hip flexor and in your quad. If you want to ease up, bring your right hand to your right knee. If you want more intensity, bring it down to the ground. And if you want a lot of intensity, reach it out in front of you. Remember to take deep inhales and exhales. That'll really help with this one and hold here for 10 breaths. When you're finished, gently release your foot back to the ground and bring both your arms up to the sky. Make your way onto all fours. Now for our cat and cow spine sequence. Take a deep inhale, press your shoulders down, arch your spine as much as you can, and look to the ceiling. On your exhale, contract your head down, round your spine, and look at your belly button. Connect your breath to movement, so every time you look up, take an inhale. Every time you contract, exhale. Actively press your palms into the ground. Repeat this 5 to 10 times. This is a really great chest opener, and it also opens up that really hard to reach place in the middle of your back, in between your shoulder blades. This next stretch is for your wrists. It's really great if you suffer from any joint issues like carpal tunnel, or if you're like me and just spend way too much time on your phone. All you're going to do is outwardly rotate both of your hands so that your palms are facing away from your body. Hold for 10 breaths. Next, flip your hands so your palms are facing upward. You can start with your elbows bent, but really try to straighten your arms as much as possible. This one can be pretty intense if it's your first time, so take really deep inhales and exhales. Hold for 10 breaths. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, try wiggling your fingers or even making a fist with both of your hands. Do this a few times. When you're finished with that, flip your hands back over, walk your hands out, straighten your back legs, and make your way into your upward facing dog. I know every challenge you guys have to do crazy ab work, so this should really help to stretch out those stomach muscles. Stay here as long as you need, and then when you're finished, walk your hands back to meet me in a downward facing dog. Now we're going to go through the entire sequence on the left side. Raise your left leg high. Now step your left foot forward to bring it to meet in between your hands. Drop your back knee to the ground, raise your arms to the sky, and while keeping your hips square, press your right hip down to the ground. Now gaze over your left shoulder and begin your twist. Remember the variations here. Take deep inhales and exhales for 5 to 10 breaths. When you're finished, bring your arms back to center and begin to heel toe your left foot out a little ways to the left to make room for both of your hands to meet in between your leg. Now once again, runner's lunge with a quad stretch. Use your right arm to grab the outside of your right foot and pull it in as tightly as possible to your glute. Once again, to ease up on the intensity, you can redistribute your weight and put your left hand on your left knee. For more intensity, you can put your left hand on the ground on the inside of your foot. And again, for even more intensity, you can reach your arm out in front of you. Hold here for 10 breaths. Once you're finished, bring both of your arms back up to the sky and make your way into your pyramid pose. You should have heel to arch alignment, so your front heel should be aligned with the arch of your back foot. Now we'll move into our pyramid pose dynamic stretch. Remember not to lock out your knees. Try and plant your palms firmly on the ground. If you have to bend your front knee to get there, then that's okay. First, you're going to straighten your spine and then contract your spine and try and touch your nose to your knee. Each time you should be able to go a little bit further. Remember to keep your hips square. And on the last time, hold at your closest point. You can keep both palms on the ground, or if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, grab onto your ankle. Repeat this 5 to 10 times and hold for 10 breaths. Walk both your hands in between your legs, and we'll make our way into our standing wide leg forward fold sequence. With a flat back, make your way to a standing position. Clasp your palms behind your back. Get deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward with a flat back. Keeping your palms together, bring both of your arms down with you as you fold forward. This is a great opener for the front of your shoulders. Remember not to lock out your knees, and you can actually move from side to side and really just try to open up the front of your chest. Hold here for 5 to 10 breaths. Next, take both of your hands and grab onto your ankles. Bend and straighten your legs while contracting your spine on the way down and straightening on the way up. Inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Do this 10 times. Now walk your hands over to your right foot, keeping your hips square and keeping a slight bend in your knees. Try and grab onto your ankle with both hands. Use your strength to try and touch your nose to your knee. Now raise your right arm to the ceiling. Continue to use the strength of your left arm to pull yourself closer to your leg. Hold here for 10 breaths. When you're done, walk your hands over to your left side and repeat. After you've held here for 10 breaths, then walk your hands back over to your right side, and we'll begin on the second side of pyramid pose. Once again, your right foot is in front, so the heel of your right foot should be aligned with the arch of your left foot. Now we can just repeat what we did on the left side. Remember to keep your hips square and don't lock out your knees. Once you've straightened and contracted your spine 10 times, remember to hold your nose to your knee for 10 breaths. Don't forget that I said it's okay to bend your front knee if you must in this position. Once you're finished, walk both of your hands back to center. Begin to shift your weight down to your right leg while keeping your left leg straight. Begin to shift your weight from side to side. This is called Scandasana, also known as side leg stretch. Keep the foot of your straight leg flexed and facing up towards the ceiling. Shift your weight while walking your hands along with your body about 10 times. On your last 2 rounds, try to hold the position a little bit longer. The goal here is to eventually get both of your glutes to touch the ground. Now begin to heel toe your feet together and sit down on your knees. Now we're going to stretch our arms, so raise both arms above your head. Take your left hand, grab onto your right elbow, and begin to fold your right arm behind your head for a tricep stretch. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can actually pull down on your right elbow and lean into your side body. Take deep inhales and deep exhales for 10 breaths. Repeat this on the other side. Next is a deltoid and shoulder opener. You're going to take your right arm, bring it across the front of your body, and hold on to it with a tight grip from your left arm. Look from left to right if you really want to activate this stretch. Hold for 10 breaths. Now repeat on the other side. After you've held for 10 breaths, close your eyes. Bring both of your arms overhead. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Another deep inhale. Deep exhale. Repeat this 5 times. Now take a brief moment of silence. Thanks for stretching with me today.